Is this the best news of the year? Believe it or not. I wake up in the morning and I go on X and it's the best news of the year. It is like getting my heart rate up without have to go running. And I'm like, okay, it's time to pop some champagne, bro.
Yeah, oh my God. I mean, this week's been insane. Like we got the master plan, right? Which was a vague master plan, right? It wasn't really detailed. But we got that, and then we got the Elon's compensation package. Oh my God. It was an awesome week. Amazing. We've got Robert and Smokey here. How are you guys doing?
Yes.
Doing great. Had my ninth robo taxi ride last night, so I'm up to date.
Yeah, I saw you took Ben out for one. That was awesome, bro.
Yeah, we had a good time. I've been giving a lot of rides to people.
Amazing. Love
Not
it.
me, not yet.
Oh, come to
Robert,
San Francisco. I'll give you a ride.
when I go.
There you go.
VDM, I go get a ride from you. How's it going? You guys
Going
hear
good.
the good news? Yes, good news. We gonna pay Elon $1 trillion.
He's worth every dollar.
It's mind blowing.
I think late next year is going to be very interesting. The semi's coming, the cyber cabs coming, robo taxis coming, unsupervised FSDs coming, and a few other things are coming. Just don't sell before late next year. It might be bad between now and then, but don't sell.
It might not even be.
It might not be, but if it is, don't sell.
I wouldn't suggest selling your shit at all for the next decade.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm in for a decade more. I think Robo Taxi is really good, or I'm sorry, Optimus is really the big one, and that's going to take a few years. Even the Chinese people who build the Unitree say it's 7 years before it's fully generalized and able to come in your house and be safe and smooth and fast and confident, can talk to you, right? And that's not saying there's not going to be a lot of things it'll do before that, but that's when it gets fully done, where the dream happens, right? So you don't want to sell before that.
Absolutely not. And I don't even think it's going to take that long. But we're talking
No,
Elon
it'll
here.
sell a
And
lot before that. But
he just got a hell of a motivation, dude.
He just turned on Colossus. Did you see that?
Oh yeah.
A lot of NVIDIA cards.
Yep.
Heat those buggers
funny
up.
Enough, Rob, I just actually wrote up an article on that vision that I've been having, like for the full future. If you want to check it out on me, it was pretty lit.
Cool.
Hey, Smokey, pin it up top.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Robert, I don't know if it's called dream anymore. It's not a dream. It is real.
Elon's 15 years ahead of everybody. It took a while for it all to happen.
I think after the complaint roll out, the milestone got showed in our face. What he have to do, the checklist. The hater have nothing to say. They have to cry in the shower. Like, who does this? Who do this stuff? 1 million robot delivery.
Who runs 6
Blind
interesting
people.
companies, or how many companies does he have? Let's see. There's Tesla, SpaceX, Neuralink, Boring Company,
XAI. It's the biggest one that people don't even see yet. They're sleeping on it.
I know. I see it. You should put my list into X Pro, and you'll see X in a whole new way. I'm looking at right now.
Oh, I know, brother. Me and you share a common vision that a lot of people can't see.
Yeah. By the way, certain birds, can't say who they are, keep DMing me and the algorithm is being worked on by 30 AI geniuses. So
Nice.
There's a new algorithm coming, a big update, not a little update. They said what shipped so far is a little update.
That's awesome, man.
Have you noticed all these minor updates in our Tesla car, and all of a sudden my car makes fewer mistakes and smoother?
Oh yeah.
It's like, that's a minor update. Huh? Okay, bring on the big model. By
Dude,
the
I'm
way,
standing by it.
Robotaxi. Now that I have pretty good experience with Robotaxi, it goes around parked cars like real fast. Like, whoa, it's confident and fast at this. A lot better than the Hardware 3 car. I'm like, yeah.
I'm standing by that 14, man. All that stupid shit's gonna be gone. It's just gonna be running smooth. And then
In
15,
9
they're probably
rides, it
gonna
didn't
yoink
have
it.
any. They didn't have any takeovers. It made one robotic move in 9 rides and made one mistake. It took it didn't take the off ramp, and it went to the next off ramp. Took an extra minute, but it wasn't.
That's minor though.
Yeah, minor. You know, you don't really care. It's like, okay, another 50 cents on the ride or whatever it is. Yeah.
As long as it's not critical and lives that are not at risk, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. It's getting pretty good. You know, what they got running in the Robotaxi is like, that's pretty good. I can't see much at fault with it. There's things I would fix with the app. Like when you arrive, a lot of times I want to go somewhere else immediately, right? And because I'm dropping somebody off or something like that. And I got to get out of the car, finish the ride, then reorder the car. Sometimes that takes 10 minutes because they got to go. The car immediately leaves, right? You know, and goes pick somebody else up. So, yeah, there's certain things like that they could dramatically improve. But other than that, it's like this is well thought out. The whole thing. It's like,
Robert, I
it's
You know
have
what's
it's
crazy?
question for you. Oh,
yeah.
Pejjy, you want to go first?
Yeah. Before your question is that what it's crazy that the price of the robo taxi is what, like 30-40% cheaper, even with a safety driver. Like,
Yeah, but keep in mind, we're in a beta period. They're trying to get humans in the car. It's all about defraying an engineering effort, because really this is an engineering effort to finish off the mistakes and get some customer feedback and stuff like that. By the way, the drivers are told now not to talk to us about anything Tesla related. No work talk.
Somebody,
You know, they can tell you the sky is blue or talk to you about music, but they can't talk to you about anything they're doing or anything. One guy last Friday though was a yakety yak. He was on the AI team, and he was an open book, and told me all about how it's an engineering effort and how when they're like, when after they drop you off, if they don't have another rider to pick up, the system will take them to some place. And he said it'll take them a lot of times where they've been having problems and keep working on a street or an intersection that they're having problems on, to re-evaluate the AI and give it more data to learn. It's also recording full time, so it's continually ingesting the video from the car, which it doesn't do with our customer cars, right?
the thing that I can understand it. It sucks for us investor types and us like fanatics. We want to know
Yeah,
everything,
yeah,
but from a
yeah.
business standpoint, like telling them no talking to the customer makes sense.
Yeah, because they know we're all gonna write it on X as soon as they say word Warren.
All right, my
How many,
my question to Robert is, how do you see the adding car or dropping more car in places? Do you think they're gonna have LA, like when they feel
I,
like the car can do itself, they're gonna send like
as a,
500 in?
as as an investor, I have one question: when are they going to turn on Shanghai? Shanghai is far more important than LA or New York. Far more rides, far more profits. When are they going to turn on China? When they turn on China, I'll be very excited.
Right,
They're
Al?
going to keep expanding. They're going to keep expanding the service. It's clear this is not going to ever stop. It's just every month they'll open up another thing and another thing. When Elon says by the end of the year they won't have drivers in the car, so when they do that, then you're going to see it really start to expand, because then they can just put more cars on the road and not have a human. The human is the gating factor right now.
Big
Right?
facts.
So next year is going to be fun. Christmas time is going to be fun. I think we're getting a good update. This 10 times bigger model. Elon says it's coming this month. We always have to throw a couple extra months on anything he says, right?
I don't know though, Rob. We're getting to the point where AI is starting to accelerate everything. I wouldn't be
I
surprised if
agree.
we're deducting a couple of months off of everything now.
I agree. It is speeding up. But I'll give them till Christmas.
Yeah, that's my
the Christmas
idea too.
update. I'm expecting a nice big update.
That's actually my time frame thought right now as well. Christmas time or November Christmas.
Yeah. And I'll be very happy if I get a 10 times bigger model at the end of the month. Fine, great. The robo taxi model is clearly a little bit better than what we have in our Model Y hardware 4 car. So, but it's not dramatically better, right? It's just a little better. We'll see when the dramatic improvements come. They're coming. Just got to be patient. Patience sucks. I hate waiting for the future.
I think everybody does. We're all like kids in a candy shop right now, just going mental.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
What's going on?
What's up, Wes?
Hello, Wes.
Hello, everyone. How are you all today?
I'm so happy. I'm like happy through the roof. I just started the space with this new, the compact and the milestone that they give to Elon. It's the best news of this year in my book. My heart rate get up and I could not stop smiling. That's how I feel.
I'm gonna buy some of your spices in the next few days. Fa. I want what you're having.
Right? Everything's getting spicier.
One of the things I'm excited about, or that I've thought of, is, very few founders and CEOs have a performance-based compensation plan. A lot of times they have a tremendous amount of stock, and they want to grow the value of the stock, and so therefore their net worth grows. But what I hope happens is that the CEOs in the United States, at least, start moving towards this performance-based system. You think about the net improvement of the GDP and the overall economy, and in the United States, if we start shifting, again, most people aren't on a performance-based system like this, or whatever. I don't know the exact number, but the downstream impact of simply Elon having this, and then others kind of pick it up on this strategy, it would just be so profound for our country.
We're watching it right now, bro. So many are starting to adopt this now. It's beautiful.
Hello, guys. I would just ask if it is some Tesla investor here also that is investing, or it's only like news here.
I've been an investor since 2018. I'm a long-term investor. I don't sell. So
2017.
if you want to know what's going to happen in the market tomorrow or on Monday, I have no fucking idea. It could go down 40%.
Okay, cool. I understand. So I don't selling or anything, but there is a very good news thing that going on every day with the Mario Nafal. It's like Finance Daily Show. So there is like news for everything. So I should recommend that, or you maybe already know.
It's on my news list. If you want all the news, go look at my lists on X, and there's 2 news lists of about 9,000 accounts. It's quite something. You can watch all the world's news there.
Okay, thanks.
It's a little nerdy, but
it should work, I think. Thanks a lot, man.
It's what I watch all day long. there's an earthquake or if President Trump does something stupid, and it's in there. Put it in an X Pro and you can watch it in real time. Highly entertaining when there is an earthquake or something like that.
Okay, thanks a lot, man. Thanks.
Yeah. And then I got a list of Tesla fans, 1,500 of them. Anytime Elon does something, that list lights up. That list is always lit. It's like Tesla fans love to post content, man, particularly about Tesla. Can't keep up.
It is difficult.
I just want to talk. Sorry, Smokey.
Oh, I was just saying it is difficult to keep up.
Yeah, just sort of surf the wave and watch what you can. I mean, I have it on X Pro right now. There's a new post. It's like, whoa, this thing moves, man. Tesla people post content like nothing else. That's just 1,500 people.
That's insane. I do want to talk about the comp package. It's insane that the board of directors. I mean, it's insanely good for us that they're tying the trenches to the EBITDA profits, like 400 billion. That's insane. Like, not even my ultra bull case model has 400 billion of EBITDA. Like, that's like when I saw that, I'm just like, and the crazy part is that Elon saw this. Like, of course, before us, we get to vote on it, and for them to release it, they would talk to Elon about this. That hey, these are the requirements. I mean, some people are saying that Elon made the milestones himself, and I don't. I could see that happening.
He's the reason we're all here.
That's true.
Nobody else did, right? I had the first ride with him in the first Tesla a long time ago. He's the reason we're all here. He's the reason this company exists. He's the reason. He's the reason he did what he told me he would do, which is take on Toyota. Right? I see a lot of new Teslas. I don't see a lot of new Toyotas in Silicon Valley.
Same here in Florida.
Right on, Robert. It is mind-blowing, mind-boggling, and the goal is so audacious. Like, who does this thing? And every time he slap on all the fake news, and from 2018 go to 2019, the Model 3 Ram and the company almost out of the money, and see it from there until now. I don't understand the hater. I truly don't. And I welcome all their money. If you want to go short Tesla, go for it. Thank you very much. Love your money. Right? And he gonna do it again. From now, 2025, which is Elon said that is gonna be historic year of Tesla, turning to the new chapter, the new book. I can see it in real time, my friend. And I just get so excited about it. And if I drive in my Tesla, no, I'm not driving, my car driving me. And I see another Tesla and I see another person sinking or lift their hand up or not even pay attention to the road. I'm just like, fuck yeah. Another one on FSD. Fuck yeah. I'm just like going talk to myself. Sorry for my language. My kid is not here. So it is mind blowing. And people can laugh at him like, oh, he's Nazi. Like, you can throw a rock, throw the shade at this guy, and he's just gonna punch you in the face with his success. And dude love money. And I think it's just fair. A trillion, just fair. Give him a trillion. He love the money, and he gonna make us like 8.5 trillion. It's gonna be 10.
He needs a lot of money to go to Mars.
Right?
Yeah.
His
It's an expensive
vision,
endeavor.
yes. And they say it. This to support Elon, to keep Elon working, is for the bigger vision, is for Mars. We're gonna go blue past moon, just like moon, bye bye. We're gonna go to Mars. It's beautiful.
if he hit those EBITDA numbers, 8.5 trillion will not be sufficient enough as a valuation.
Oh yeah.
And also, like, this is not just the pay package for Elon, really. Imagine all the employees that get the stock options as well. You will be pretty motivated to stay at Tesla for a long while if these goals can be reached. So I think it's also strategic to also keep the good engineers and so on, and so they can have their eyes on the goal, kind of. Because you don't want to get off the boat now, right? That would be pretty stupid. So it's a pay package for all, in my opinion.
I love it.
Alex, my name, brother.
Keep in mind the macro can take things down. When I invested in 2018, my money manager said, remember Amazon? Amazon in 1999 was $112. And it was a hot thing. Everybody was thinking everything was going to make money. And in 2001, everything started going bankrupt, right? And it went down to $6. And he told me all of his clients sold. So you got to understand this company. I think you all do. But you got to ride through the waves. It can be bumpy. It has been bumpy, and it's been flat for years, right?
I like the fact we
Rob,
have some
I gotta throw
downside
this in there.
protection with the energy part of their business, for example.
Yeah, and energy's going to keep growing. Is there going to be more Powerwalls in 10 years than there are today? Fuck yeah, right? Is there going to be more semi-trailers in 10 years than there are today? Yeah, a lot more. Is there going to be more humanoid robots than there are today? Yeah, millions in 10 years, right?
Hey, Rob, I got to throw this in there real quick on your point of, the valuation fluctuating, right?
Yeah.
I would much rather hold through tiny little ripples than miss the tsunami when it hits, because when it goes, it's going to go hard.
Yeah, and we never know when it's going to hit. That's the lesson I've learned over and over in my career. Microsoft stayed flat for a long time, even though the profits were going up, and then all of a sudden hit, right? Started going up. Don't know when that day is. Might be 2 years, might be tomorrow.
Yeah, that's the thing about Tesla stock, that it never gives you any warning, never, and especially Tesla, because it's so volatile. It never gives you any warning, never heads up. It just goes.
Yeah. Certainly around the end of next year, when the Cybercab arrives and you start seeing a lot more semi-trucks on the road, and robotaxis turned on without humans, and it's really starting to grow. I think it's pretty obvious around that time. But
Robert, question for you. The robotaxi, the Cybercab that they're talking about volume production next year. I read somewhere that in some states, I don't know if it's just one state or not state, there's a limit of 2,500 that they can allow on the street or something like that. Is that correct?
There's all sorts of stupid regulations. We don't even have FSD in Europe yet, right? Let's start with that. And there'll be stupid regulations. But here in Silicon Valley, I'll be driving mine around and going to parties, AI parties in San Francisco, and with a car without a steering wheel. I can't wait. And it'll just keep growing after that, because people realize that this is a better way to transport people.
Do we know the price of the semi yet?
I don't follow that, so I heard it's around 200 grand somewhere.
Yeah,
I don't
something
know.
like that.
I would be willing to bet that it's going to be a little higher on the front end, but over time, it's going to save money on the long end.
Yeah, the real gating factor for semi is going to be their infrastructure, because if you're going to be driving across country, you have to be places where there's a supercharger for the truck, in a space. You can't pull a semi trailer into one of our superchargers; it doesn't work. And so that'll be the gating factor, and it'll be something I watch. How fast are they expanding the trucking side of superchargers?
I just saw somewhere, I think it was, I think Omar posted about a mega charger in, I think, Texas.
Yeah. I would expect it every month to hear another one open up, another 5 open up, or whatever, right? The factory's just coming online in the next soon, like tonight, tomorrow. I don't know. It's getting close to being done and kicking out trucks. So, Elon wants to sell trucks, so he's going to have to solve the infrastructure problem.
I think they are doing the permitting for the mega chargers right now in Texas. I think that was the news. So they need the permits first before they can build. But
yeah, that makes sense.
I don't think there will be any problem to get the permit, at least in Texas.
I would agree.
Right?
Yeah,
I think the infrastructure is going to be my least worried subject when it comes to Elon. That man's a god at this.
Yeah, and there'll be some places that are stupid.
Imagine how much juice that mega charger will suck. If there's like 10 trucks coming in at once, plugging in, the light's gonna dim at JC's place.
Yeah.
Real talk, though, it makes you wonder because, like, Cybertrucks have what, 10 Powerwalls worth equivalent? What's a semi going to hold?
Yeah, it's 9 on the Cybertruck.
Wow.
I don't know. So it's a few batteries in that thing.
Yes, I saw somewhere that they were going to have 46 charge. They're targeting 46 charging stations for semis by 2027. So I agree what somebody says here that like infrastructure will be built up as quickly as necessary. And I don't know if it's going to be the coast to coast case still in the beginning, but it will come over the time. So it's a good start.
I think it's going to spider web out. It's going to go around metropolitan hubs first, and then it's going to start spreading.
Exactly. You can probably charge at the regular superchargers as well. It's gonna be slower, but it will still work. And for like, yeah, but you will pull to.
Sorry, hey, so for
will,
the semi, that's not the case. You won't be
really?
able to. Yeah, no.
Why?
It's entirely different connector, and the other thing you have to realize with the rate and the output there, they have to put power packs in the ground to stabilize everything. Granted, it could change, but just want to like throw this out there. And I say this as a person who actually manages a semi fleet, Cascadias, Freightliners, all that kind of stuff. The strategy at Tesla shifted because they can offer the full suite of fleet management, fleet safety, insurance, infrastructure, as well as the actual hardware to transport. And I think this, like the reason why this product is so delayed is they have this epiphany, I want to say like midway in terms of development, and then they realize how big of an opportunity that it is. You can feel free to Google this. Just Google Samsara. Just Google that one company, right? Their entire business is fleet management. So basically, Tesla is taking a vertical in the whole semi and transportation industry. And nobody really quite has grasped that yet. And they don't even know how to model that yet.
Okay. You're telling me different connector. So how are they charging the trucks right now?
They're using a
Very few
mega
people actually have the
It's
trucks.
way bigger, yeah. And also like the other breadcrumb here, I think that developed this week is the ability to buy drop
All right. Yes, it went all white. Oh my goodness. All right. Oh, where's Pejjy? Pejjy's come here. All right.
We getting it shared back out. Give it a second.
Yeah. It still give me some delay because I see the request and I send the request and it don't let me do anything about it. Let me see. All right.
Hello,
Are we
hello.
good? Are we good? Yes. All right, my friend, welcome back. So I went on the other space the other day and I heard the truth that they don't even put money back in space that much. The no engineer working on it. What is this? Elon. All
Yeah,
right.
I had to restart my space yesterday. I had a lot of problems, so it's not perfect. It
I'm
probably
into that.
will not be. So, meanwhile, when the space was gone, I kind of searched around, and there is a way to charge the semi truck from the regular chargers. There's an adapter, so they can do that
Oh, that
totally.
I'm sure. But Alex, you got to think, man, this thing's gonna take like 2 days to charge.
No, 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 no. No way. You're gonna pull at the V4 stations. You're gonna pull 320 kilowatts or something like that. So that's gonna be about the third of the maximum output of the mega chargers. But it's still gonna do like you're gonna pull 320 for a long time. That charging curve is just gonna be
Yeah,
like
that's what I mean, bro.
320. Yeah, but it's still gonna like give you a lot of range in a short time. You will probably
Oh,
be
no
able
doubt,
to
no
like
doubt.
eat lunch and go on your merry way. So you can probably do coast to coast already with a regular charging network. It will take a longer time, but when
Considerable
you
more charging, though. Yeah.
if you've been standing there at the charger and pulling free 20 kilowatts for like an hour, you're gonna be able to drive for a long while. Like
Shit,
imagine
my,
if your
my
Tesla
wire
did
would
that.
only take 20 minutes and it'd be like empty to full in that time. In like 20 minutes. So 20, 30
Probably
minutes. So yeah, I could see it.
probably less than that. Because 70 kilowatt battery, so that would be like 15 minutes, 10,
The
12
thing I'm
minutes.
curious about is how much capacity do those semis have? Because I'm fairly certain it's probably 5 times higher than a Cybertruck or more.
Yeah, maybe 1,000 kilowatt hours.
It's gonna be big.
But to Alex's point, if it's coming in at 325 kilowatts, what are we looking at here? That's about 30 hours, right, to get to 1,000 kilowatt hours.
Yeah, close to 2 days. I was jokingly saying it, but it's close.
Or am I doing it wrong? Hang on a second. Is that 3 hours? 3.5. I don't know. If it's 325 an hour, we can get to 1,000 in roughly just over 3 hours, right?
No, yeah, it's about 900 kilowatt the battery estimation. So yeah, it's gonna be less than 3 hours, but you're not gonna pull. I don't think you.
Yeah, it's gonna slow down.
Yeah, yeah, it's at like 70% or something. Probably it will throttle a bit. But if it throttles, then it's kind of good because that would happen at the mega charger as well. So
that's true as well.
All right. I cannot wait until semi on the road. But we have Joseph here. So Joseph, welcome. What do you think about the new com package, my friend?
Thank you for having me. Sorry I'm late. I was playing with Lego. Yes, the comp plan is really exciting. I'm still trying to digest how exactly the trenches work. Like if you hit the market cap and then you hit the operational target. I'm just trying to find out if I'm Elon, how will he play this play this game and hit all the milestones, and which one will come first and which one will come later. But as a Tesla investor, I'm very happy because if I give out 1%, I can get $500 billion market cap in return. That seems like a very good deal. And I just hope that most people will believe that Elon will try his best to hit this milestone. Those are tangible targets. Those are not mission impossible. It takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of time and sweat and tears. But I think if there's one team who can do it, it's going to be Tesla. So I'm going to continue buying shares and keep on building that snowball. And I have no desire to sell even after 2030. So I'm going all the way with this one. So hopefully it will play out. If there's one thing I have questions about is the succession plan. Seems like the board want to involve Elon to come up with a successor and have a gradual, a smooth transition. I wonder how it will play out if this succession plan happens before it hit all of the target. Does it mean Elon not going to get a single? Sorry, what I mean to say is, let's say Elon hits milestone number 4. Before milestone number 5 happened, he, for whatever reason, want to leave Tesla. Does it mean he has to wait until all his share vested before he can cash out, or it has to go through the 7-year vesting period? I'm not quite sure how that worked out, but overall, I think they'll figure it out. Other than that, no concern. Really happy about the projection. I believe the EBITDA number is way harder to beat than the market cap if you really look into it. Like, so I hope we get to that point because 400 billion EBITDA seems very, 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 very aggressive and very high ambition. So I really wish that we can make that happen. God knows how many years, maybe 5, maybe 10, but the 400 billion is no joke, man. It's going to be
Joe,
20,
I
20.
agree with you, man, but the factory is the product, man. I think you can do it.
Yeah, I know, right? If there's one guy who can do it, it's going to be Elon.
Yeah, no, you had a good question, Joseph. I think the succession plan is for the last 2 trenches, hitting 7.5 and 8.5 trillion. So let's say Elon hits pretty much all the targets, but he won't, and it goes to 8.5 trillion and whatever, but he won't get the last 2 trenches unless there is a succession plan. So, but your question is like, what if he leaves halfway, right? I think, in my understanding, I think he'll just get what he achieves, and then he won't get the full 1 trillion. I think that's how it would be because it's on a performance base. So let's say the market cap goes to, let's say, 5 trillion, and then he delivers a 20 million. He has the 1 million robo taxis. He has the 1 million bots, but he doesn't have the 400 billion in EBITDA. He has half of that, let's say. And at the end, he's like, man, I just found out, knock on wood, I don't know. I just found out I have cancer, whatever. I have to go to Mars ASAP. I can't stay on Earth anymore. I can't, be CEO of Tesla anymore. So I'm going to do the succession plan as much as possible, as fast as possible. Yeah, I think if that's the case, he'll just get what he achieves, and then we'll move on. That's what I think.
Right. The other second point I want to make is the plan is so ambitious, right? The first trenches is already doubling the company from 1 trillion to 2 trillion. It's like,
Love
wow,
it.
I love it, man. Right? It's crazy.
I mean,
I
he
absolutely
set
love it.
himself up for it, so I don't see it being a problem.
And you know what's crazy? I do think that we'll see Tesla. I know it's going to sound crazy, but hitting 2 trillion by end of the year when they pass this compensation package, right? Because it's like, okay, we're guaranteed that at some point in the future, whether it's next year or the year after, Tesla's going to be valued $2 trillion because we have so many things coming up. So let's price that in. Let's get Elon locked in this compensation package. Let's hit that 2 trillion so you get the first, incentive, and then he's locked in until 8.5. So I think there's more upside here than downside when it comes to that. And I know, be ready, EPS, all this stuff is not gonna matter. Get ready to see the PE in the 400s because that's what's gonna bring the stock up to 600 or whatever. But I've been anticipating to see Tesla in the high PEs because we know what's coming. Wall Street sees what's coming. And with this comp plan, knowing that Elon is not going anywhere and he's locked in and he's bogged down and he's, paying attention, I think there's little risk in that. And I think the market will see that.
There are a few companies that are actually not even affected by PE when you look at it. There's only a few of them right now, but they're going to grow into that valuation so fast that it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah. Robert was here. He was talking about, wait until end of next year. And I'm really having my, I don't want to say my hopes up, but I'm really very excited for end of 2026 because, we're going to have a lot of robo taxis out. We're going to, it's already public, right? We're just going to expand some areas. Joseph and I were talking about the FSD seating. Shout out to Joe. That's going to expand. So Elon also was talking about the FSD revenues and profits significantly impacting the revenues, the bottom and top line end of next year. So that's that. I'm just excited for that. I think we'll see one quarter where we have a big jump in earnings, and everyone's gonna go like, "Whoa, what was that?" And I think that's when everything's gonna start. And I think that's when the PE will either drastically increase because then people realize that FSD revenue profits are now in. Look at the margins. Look at this, and they're set to grow like this much every single quarter. And this is how much robotaxi cybercaps kind of blah 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 blah. I think that's gonna really get a lot of investors excited. I think the PE is gonna go higher before it goes lower. I don't know.
I think you're
that's
right.
how I see it. Yeah.
And the Mega Pack factory will be up and running fully online next year.
It's like a music to my ears. So if I watched Herbert this morning, his Herbert and Son, and they go deep dive about it. If you didn't see it yet, I recommend go watch that one. And then they go through all of his milestone, and I just giggling by myself like, who does this shit? And it's just like, whoa. Oh, we all gonna be so rich. I'm not selling any. I'm adding. I have my friend come over and we drinking, and they tell me like, "Hey, let's go shopping," and I'm like, "No, not going. I'm happy with my $5 T-shirt. I'm okay." It is a time to add. I don't want to tell anyone to do with their money, but it's a time to add, bro. It is the road from here is easier than the road from the 218 to here. 218 to here is like scratching head, and they come at him so hard. All the fake news media, there's like, Elon have 15 mama baby, and the problem is you're not one of them. It's like, no, he's changing the world. Who cares? Like, it's a lot of shit. And X now become number one platform all over the world. They're gonna come at him even harder. So hold your chair tight, learn from Joseph here. He have 60,000 share and he's still adding. I'm scratching my head. Give me 3.
Right?
Right. And like Robert says, Scobo. I like to call him Scobo. Robo Scobo. Like he say, it is if look at this audacious goal and look at this number, like the trillion, the 1 trillion, the 2 trillion, the 8 trillion, the 2 Nvidia. We're talking about 2 Nvidia right now. two and a little bit Nvidia. And it's a guy that say, yeah, I do it. You guys don't have to pay me if I didn't get a job done. Wait, huh?
I yeah, this is so cool. I mean, I have to come in because like I'm looking at CERN all the time, and he's getting ridiculed by I don't know, like Wall Street or people like saying this guy has no clue what he's talking about. He's making up all those numbers, and then they drop this comp package, and he's like, "No, this is pretty reasonable." So I think like if the board of directors is going down the lane of saying, "Yeah, we're gonna echo what Kathy Wood says," in terms of valuation. Of course, she's not including even Optimus, so I'm like super bullish about this as well. So it's like she's probably would be much higher even if she would account for Optimus in her valuation. But like it's so cool to see how CERN is actually getting legitimized by the board of Tesla. I just wanted to throw it in there because he's such a superstar in this community.
He is.
Yeah, I love CERN. What's crazy is that what I love about the Tesla board of directors is that they are really good negotiators. Like, imagine they came down and they sat down with Elon, and they're like, "Okay, Elon, look, we know you want 25%, so this is how we think that we can get you not just at 25%, but beyond that. But here are the things you got to do." And honestly, I don't know. Some people are saying that some of these milestones Elon put it himself. You know what I mean? He's like, I did say 20 million vehicles by 2030, so you know what? I'll put that in there, make it like, make at least a goal where 20 million vehicles have been delivered, not by a certain year. And then we got the robots, and then we got the robot taxis. But I think that was probably his section. But I think the EBITDA part, reached 50 billion in EBITDA, then 80 billion, then I don't know, 160, 150, whatever it was, 210 and 400. I think this came from board of directors. And they're like, listen, if you can do this, and this, we'll give you $1 trillion. Which is like, more.
I don't think, Pejjy, I really don't think people understand the level of disruption this entire world is about to get. That was what my post was about. They don't get it yet. It's still like they're thinking what's
Good.
possible now. They're not thinking what happens when everything is disrupted.
Good. I want more shares on the cheap. Let them not, because look, if everyone knew, you think the stock would be in the 300s? Hell, I would argue that the stock would be trading almost in 1,000 PEs. I know it's going to sound insane, but the tremendous value that's ahead. Hell yeah. Yes, Joseph.
Almost all my friends from my company, my colleagues, already know that the AI disruption is real. Some of them already getting impacted. We talked about several years ago. Most of us will lose our jobs, so we better prepare to have a good, financial solid foundation, so that when we get laid off, we don't have to worry about not able to find a job. Well, it's already happening. We don't even have to wait until 2026, 2027. Most of my friends already worry about losing the job, and some of them already did lost a job and not able to find it. So it's already happening. Everybody in the tech industry, if you're living just an insider, you already know this thing is real. Disruption is real. Big tech replacing company employee high paying jobs. All those high paying jobs are in jeopardy. So the shift is so real. It's not even debatable. The only question is how crazy the real world AI, meaning robotic, take over. How fast? And you can see putting all this milestone, they're really pushing it on in tranche number 4 is already about 1 million robot in operation, right? So this is not, they're not looking like tranche 18, which is like 15 years down the road. They talk about a few years later. They're looking for real robot doing real work. So the disruption, as Bear mentioned, is going to be really surprising to a lot of people, but to us, we're already building a boat. We're already building the ark for the last few years. So we anticipate the rain will come, right? It's not something that we don't see. A lot of us see, and we're preparing how to deal with it. And that's why we're so focused on, building a portfolio, because if you invest in the wrong thing, you're not going to die. They have universal basic income, but you're not going to, live very comfortably. So
Hey Joe, one correction on that, really quick, if you don't mind, brother. Elon actually brought that up himself. It's not going to be universal basic. It's going to be universal high, because that GDP growth is going to be insane.
Yeah, I got that part, but there will be a lot of pain before we get to the gravy, because
Absolute.
most of people will resist the urge to change. Like it's just human nature. So it will have a hard time. For example, the truck driver will hate getting replaced, even though they can be the supervisor of a fleet, but they will hate it because the way of life will be dramatically changed. But I mean, that's why you want to be on the right side of things, right? Investing in AI is great, but investing in real world AI is where the total addressable market going to be the biggest.
You got that right on the head, bro.
I remember Pejjy talked to me about, hey, after Optimus robot, what is the next big thing? I really thought about it for not even like days. I think about it for weeks, and I still cannot answer that question. There's nothing bigger than real world robot, because real world robot is the foundation of building the next big thing. It's all depend on the robot. So, sorry, back to you guys.
Yeah, I'd like to jump in on something. One of the things that I find really interesting is that we really didn't know what direction the company was going to go. We thought, some people would speculate that they're going to stop selling cars to the public, for example. Others thought they would stop licensing FSD and simply incorporating, tying it into the car sales. And what we've learned from this, one of the line items, of course, is having 10 million active full self-driving subscriptions. We only have 8 million vehicles on the road today, right? And so what does that look like where we have 10 million full self-driving subscriptions? Now, Elon can kind of, I was thinking the price would go up because the quality of FSD is going to be improving and we could command, so much more than the $100 that we're charging right now. However, to get to 10 million, I'm thinking that price isn't going to go too high, right? So there's a lot we can kind of read into to understand what the business plan is and how they're thinking moving forward with vehicle sales, FSD subscriptions, and such. In fact, when you look at the plan, I've got it in front of me. There's only 4 items on here that are not the market cap or the EBITDA. 4 items specifically. So that really tells us what's happening with the company.
I think you nail it, man. You really nail it, right? I was going to talk about it next week. Is the 4 operational milestone, 20 million vehicle. That means the board really want a cheap vehicle, so you can hit that 20 number faster. Cheaper vehicle meaning sub 30,000, right? 10 million active FSD subscription. That means could be FSD price come down, or it become a mandatory thing when you buy that cheap vehicle for maybe like $3,000. You can get FSD mandatory. So that can hit that 10 million faster. And then 1 million robot and 1 million robot taxi is kind of self-explanatory. You on the same page, man, completely.
Yeah. Well, I even wonder if they're going to take, thank you, by the way. I even wonder if they're going to take away the ability to buy FSD. And what would that do to those of us that already own FSD? It's just interesting.
Yeah. Basically, you have to subscribe to it, $10 per month, and then you just pay for it. And then for the rest of us who have it, the car will work significantly more if we can put it in the fleet and run it like a taxi. Yeah, exactly. Agree.
I wouldn't even be mad about buying FSD at that point, because at the foundation, you're a part of that founders club. Like, we were part of that. We made this happen. So it's amazing when you think about it. I wouldn't even be worried about it. That's peanuts compared to what's coming.
You know what's crazy on the what's it called, compensation package, the goals. I was surprised to see that there's no energy goals on that. Or did I miss
go
it?
hand
I
in
don't know.
hand.
And for the EBITDA.
Yeah,
I agree. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, like, yeah, when the EBITDA is so big that energy is part of it, but they weren't focusing on the energy. Maybe that was, I guess, as what Wes said, is that the 4 goals. It's exactly where they want to head. The robot taxis, the bots. That's exactly where they want to head towards. The energy will come. The energy is like the byproducts between these 2 things, because you need more power. AI is going to come out, more electric vehicles on the road. You need more mega pack factories, anyways. So I guess they were like, yeah, the energy is big, but you know, we can't really put a goal on that because that's, you know, if we scale these up, that's going to be scaled anyways.
You got to think
If
anyway.
you
Elon already
exactly
thinks in Kardashev scales. He's not thinking small. He's thinking big picture already.
Exactly. I think Pejjy, you hit the nail on the head now, because like energy is if you think about the Maslow's pyramid of needs, it's like a basic necessity. Now he wouldn't be able to trigger anything of the other things if he doesn't figure out a way to generate enough energy for his operations, and that means that he will figure out a way to generate energy for a bigger part than his own operations, and so that's why I don't think it's a part of this. But I could be wrong. But it's quite exciting to see what's going to happen next week in Las Vegas as well. So let's see. I'm very curious to see what he's going to unveil there. I don't think a mini mega. Yeah,
The
this
winner,
is
the
this is
winner,
very juicy for me. So okay, I'm not going to go on the high wire on this one. But anyway, enough there.
the winner
yeah,
of the AI solutions will be the company or the guy who knows how to get energy almost for free. And this storage solution he or Tesla invented is one way, you know, this auto bidder thing, and that is included. And I think they have the possibility to get energy mainly for free at the end, because they are selling and buying energy as they need and as they want. They can literally make money with it, as buying and selling energy. That's the most important thing. And with combination with XAI, it's the only way to keep the leading position in AI solutions, to have almost unlimited energy. He knows that, and that's one thing I just wanted to let you know, because I'm following as an investor since 2013 or yeah, something like that. I don't know exactly. Tesla very well, and I know Elon and the company and the developments and the ups and downs very well. And believe me, we are in a strong position. Tesla has never been, and we're disrupting so many other industries. And if you want to compare Tesla, you have to compare the peer group, and the peer group is becoming bigger and bigger, because he's disrupting so many. Logistics is the next thing, as you mentioned in the space before it crashed. But this is one thing I wanted to let you know, because I'm having on my own birthday party, where I'm partying in my birthday in 2 hours. So I'm in a bathroom right now, and yeah, just wanted to let you know. And one big thing, Far asked me, because I haven't understood the question last space, what I expect the plan will be. Elon is presenting, and I wrote her that it will be about disrupting the labor market. And actually, his target is to create 1 million Optimus, and that's his main target, because he knows that this is the most important thing to get rid of all the problems we have in medical care and everything. You can look everywhere. We need workers in every industry, and he knows that. And it doesn't matter how much revenue he will make. That's not the problem. He wants to create solutions. He doesn't need the money. Sometimes I'm wondering how he's financing his life. I don't know if the company is paying all his expenses. I have no idea, but it doesn't matter for me. But that's one or two things I wanted to let you know, because I have to get out soon. And happy birthday, Pejjy. I don't know if you had or will have, afterwards.
Oh, sheesh. Yeah. No, happy birthday to you too, man. Yours is today. Mine is tomorrow.
Actually, mine is tomorrow as well, on the 7th.
Oh, sheesh. Oh, nice. Yeah. September 7th. Nice. Birthday boy. Let's
Best
go.
birthday we can have. That's cool.
That's pretty cool. Nice. Happy birthday to you, man.
Yeah, same to you then tomorrow, because you're still
Yeah.
1 year younger, in my opinion. Yeah, and but I'm turning 48 now, and at the next birthday I will make a big party, because on my 50th I will fly away, maybe to the US, and visit all the SpaceX and Tesla locations I wanted to see all the time. Yeah, but have a wonderful birthday tomorrow, Pejjy, and all of you have a wonderful space and exchange. I will listen to it tomorrow, or maybe the day after tomorrow, and then well, I'm curious what you found out else. Okay, thank you, and have a nice evening. All to you.
Thank you, Alexander.
It is. Okay, one second. Happy birthday, Pejjy. I wish you can come to America. That's my birthday wish for you. Move to America. Yes. Okay. That aside, I think people will not be. It's hard for them to understand the valuation of Tesla. 80% will come from Optimus. Just 80% value of Tesla, it will come from the humanoid robot. Normal people would not understand. I tell my friend last night that they look at me like I have 5 head. They look at me like I pee my pants. It's not. People don't understand this, and this is why it's good if you still adding share. This is a good time for you. And it is such an excited time to be alive to see all this plan out in real time. And like Smokey and Scobo say earlier, the disruption of AI will be like nothing we ever see before. So I don't know. It's get me very excited. Every day I'm very excited.
Alex is 100% right, by the way, because like people don't understand. When you have, just imagine this, right? Imagine the impact of 1 billion Optimus robots at some point in time, doing all the farming, doing all the manufacturing, doing everything. We're just in chill mode on autopilot. Imagine that. It's going to be huge.
I just wish, I just hope we have something to do at that time. You know what I mean?
We will. We're going to be involved, human in the loop, keeping things running in the direction we want it to run.
Okay, I'm gonna throw in a curveball here. I know Elon went into politics. In his mind, and nobody can understand him, because I think he's like way beyond any one of us, I dare to say. But could it be that he actually sees the future, let's say 10 years ahead, and say, if I don't get into influence what's happening in the government, at least in the US, because that's what he can reach to, things are going to happen in terms of AI evolution, Optimus robots, etc., that is going to completely disrupt the society unless we actually plan for it. Maybe he had this in his mind. I don't know, but I cannot stop thinking about it.
That's exactly why he's opened his mouth, because if we don't fix the way our society is going, it's not going to be good for anybody. It's going to break a point of no return. And we were close to it, and things have turned around a lot.
Yeah, if you look at Canada, for example, we just had to the home invasions are insane in my city. Like I'm in Toronto, specifically in the GTA, and home invasions are crazy. And just recently, we had an incident where a few people were just shot and killed. The home invaders enter the home and they shoot the guys, and the police is saying that don't do anything. It's just ridiculous. It's a big outrage right now in Canada, and people are having sick of this government. I really hope they wake up now and finally they can get rid of some woke rules and stuff like that. But here's the thing: is it Borge? How do you say her name?
It's Bjorn.
It's Bjorn. Okay, no. So here's the thing with Elon: when you're going after the biggest sector, which is the labor sector, labor market. That needs to go into politics. Imagine you're going to the US, Germany, whatever. Hey, we're going to disrupt your whole labor market. Whoa, what are you talking about? You're going to disrupt my whole labor market. You're going to put all my people out of work. So in this regards, I think there has to be politics involved, and that's just the reality of it. We can't, cars, cool, whatever, car driving themselves, that's better. But when you're going for the labor market, when you want to, put some people out of jobs because robots are going to take their jobs. Now, I do believe that once these bots are out there, there's going to be more opportunities, not less. But for some of these jobs that people
We're
just
going to
want
be
to go to work,
managers.
yeah. But for those workers that just want to be workers, those jobs are not going to exist anymore. And majority of jobs are just workers. So when you're going after the labor market, country's labor market, they're going to go like, whoa, 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 we're going to ban you. We're going to tariff you. We're going to do all these things. And, it's inevitable that they have to get into politics.
This is a part of why people are going to fight it, though. But what they don't understand is that rather than them doing a job, they will now evolve into the managerial position, overseeing 10 Optimuses doing the same job. This is what they're not getting yet. They're going to get it when it actually comes to scale and when abundance is here. Crime will drop because there's no need, there's no suffering anymore. It's going to be a little bumpy getting there. There's going to be a lot of pushback, a lot of rebellious people that are like, you're going to take my job. No. But realistically, they just have to adapt and evolve. This is what humans are best at.
I have question for
Yeah.
Smokey and Joseph and anyone who want to answer. So if we go on this road, we go on billion robot, and the robot can do most of the job better than human, like doctor, surgery, or I don't know, something high skill labor, or even the roofer, or even the painter. If we are 8 billion and it's a billion robots, what is Elon? This is your guess. What does Elon have in his mind to go talk to the government? What is his position? What is he tell the government?
I mean, like anything else, it's going to be a revolutionary change. It's going to be a mindset change. It's not just simple like we're going to make a little law for this. Like our entire society mindset is going to change.
I think the conversation already happened. David Sachs is in place. You all know about the AI SAR. He already talked about a lot of impact that will happen if we don't have a plan for a smooth transition from human labor to robotic labor. So I think the conversation already happened. And one of the major concern is if we don't do it, China will do it. So do you want to buy China robot and be able to have them control all the means of production, or can we have our own destiny? So we definitely want to control our own destiny. We don't want to be controlled by China. So that politically it definitely makes sense for us to lead this effort. So that's already, I think it's already a priority. I don't think we need to worry about whether that pushback. The only pushback I have to worry about is whether they will allow Elon to do at this grand scale. Because what about competition? What about monopolization? What about fairness? What if there's a regime change? What if Democrat become powerful? And now are we going to get a bunch of roadblock because Elon is pro-Trump at some point? So those are the stuff I worry about. I worry about more. But overall, it's inevitable. So I'm not too worried about it. Seriously.
I couldn't agree more with Joseph on that. I would also add on. Trump has already publicly said in his own tweets that the AI race is going to determine everything, and we've already won it. They've already had these conversations. They know where it's going.
Look what I just posted on the top there. Tesla Optimus just posted. Took a stab at a figure AI, guys. I've been working on my figure. I guess Brett Adcock will block that account too now.
Yeah, what's wrong with that guy? He keeps blocking people for just speaking out what they think. It's just
I think he's
so
fake.
stupid.
I think he's fake. Omar have a thread on it. I don't know if you have time, go take a look. He make a whole thread out of it, and everybody who work there not seem like they're doing something legit. But that's my thought. Okay, one question I want to ask: the White House AI meeting, Elon not going there. Why?
4D chess.
Wait, no.
Yeah,
He said he was oh, I know the question. Okay. Yeah, you knew that he was invited, right, Fa?
Yes, he invited, but he not go. Why?
4D chess.
why wasn't Jensen there?
They've already got their back channels. They've got everything sorted. He doesn't need to be there. It's 4D chess.
Correct.
I've been claiming this. People have been looking at me like I'm retarded, but it's 4D chess.
It's just a photo op and a fancy dinner. I mean, there's nothing more than that, really. But what troubles me is why Bill Gates is there.
I think that troubled all of us, brother.
Keep your enemy closer, I suppose.
Maybe. I hope that's the case. 4D chess, once again, maybe.
You see Mark Zuckerberg sit next to Trump and they ask him like the question about privacy. He cannot answer that. His face is like went white for a minute, and I'm like, oh.
Trump is trolling everybody. It's like, hey, how about privacy with you or Zach? And then, team, how much you going to invest in U.S.? Like, he's trolling everybody, right?
Yeah, it's
I
like
trust
a
Zuck
comedy.
about as much as I trust to step on a claymore and not lose the lower half of my body.
Good point.
I have to say that I enjoyed the meme with Bill Gates that is coming out when he's actually speaking his mind about all the things he's caused mankind. I think that was the biggest takeaway from this, to be honest. Sorry for saying that.
No, that was hilarious, bro.
Dude, I thought that was real for a second. I'm just like, there's no way he's saying that, because it was like, the lips were sinking too, and I'm like, there's no, and it was AI, and I'm just like, that's ridiculous. Like, AI is fucking insane.
Oh yeah, some of them are real good, man.
Why is Jared Isaacman there? That is a surprise to me. If you see him in the White House, I don't know. Interesting. Maybe he's going back to get the job, the NASA administrator job. I don't know.
Well, it's better to be good with Trump when he in power, I would guess.
Right. But why was he invited? Right. Usually, it's kind of awkward if you if you don't hire somebody, you don't invite them for dinner. I guess what is cooking there? It's interesting.
Definitely gonna be interesting couple weeks, I think, ahead.
I
Yeah.
have a question. Do you think China is really like ahead in robotic? Are they actually like can sell stuff?
So when you're talking about robotics, there's two different variants. Useful and not useful. Are they ahead in cool, funny little like items like robot fights and stuff like that? Yeah, probably. When it comes to actual like useful, I think Optimus is definitely ahead of everything else. That's V2 I'm talking about.
Yeah. Have you guys
We didn't
seen
even
the
see V3.
explain China, or to label China in these bots, is that they are more quantity than quality. There will be quality soon. I mean, I don't know, maybe the next 5-7 years. But when for Teslas, and I would say maybe bigger on some of the things they're doing, I'm actually pretty amazed. That's quality to me. I mean, like, have you guys seen the ResBot? Like, just running around. I don't know if it's in New York or wherever it is, just like, doing those funny things. That's hilarious. But that's from Unitree, which is, from China. Not very useful. The thing can barely walk. It's not really that intelligent. I think it's teleoperated, in my opinion. But with Teslas and maybe Figure, I don't know. Figure, they're not really transparent. But for Teslas, we know that they are getting less teleoperated. Their smoothness, they can jump around, do things, and they're intelligent. So that's what I would say.
I would be shocked if that AI6 deal with I think it was Samsung. Who was it with now? Trying to remember.
Yes.
I would be shocked if that was not the brain for Optimus.
No, that's definitely
something I don't think anybody's talked about, but I'd be shocked if it wasn't.
Well, that's not going to come out for years now. That's what 2027, 2028 before that factory starts producing.
True.
And that's the inference chip.
True, but I think it'll ultimately end up there.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, once AI6 is available, they'll start putting it in Optimus, and they'll stop putting in AI5. I would think.
And by then, I think we're going to be going hardcore in the scaling.
Somehow, I feel like making comparison between FSD or like say autonomy in driving and also these like the bots, because like you're not going to be first to the game if you do it well. You need to provide that like the ability to produce professionally and at scale. You need to have the intelligence and the brains. You need to have the sustainability of the products, like that they can last for longer. It takes time, and you need to figure out the right way to do it technologically. And I don't think it's anyone else than Elon that can actually do it this way. And so the Chinese and Figure and everyone can give a shot at it, but then you need to put all the pieces together and then make it. And I don't see anyone else doing it, to be honest. And it might be a little bit later than the first wave, but it will be there and it will be good.
What is happening in the background there?
Yeah, it's my son. He came out with some music here. He's autistic, so I couldn't push him away. I don't want to do that.
I'm entertained.
Nice. Nice. So, recap. Let's recap. The 8.5 trillion is up there in my forehead. If you see me walking around Sausalito, not stop smiling, I have 8.5 tattoo on my forehead. It's right. It's just right. I'm just happy about it. It's made me feel very happy. It's made me feel like after all the bullshit we went through with Delaware court and a bunch of naysayer japping Elon, this is just like palm in their face, like. And I'm glad that I hear from all of you the confidence that Elon, if anyone can do it, is Elon. I'm so glad hearing that. And the my just lost a trail of thought. The for people to understand Optimus, you think how long they're gonna actually like, yo, this thing is real. It's the biggest product ever invented. What do you think? And do you think Katie Wood, ARK Invest, you think she's gonna be right this time with her, I don't know, 26 or 2900 by 2029? No, 2600 by 2029. You think she right on that?
I think it's very possible. It really is just all going to boil down to how well Elon executes the mission. That's it.
I completely agree with Smokey. It's all come down to execution. The plan is clear. The technological path is clear. It's just all about execution now.
Yeah, the bot is something that I really can't comprehend. I mean, I'm getting to know it as the day goes on, but my eye right now is on the robo taxis and the scales on that. Like that's my main thesis when invested in Tesla, and
That's
so I'm
going to
eyeing
be a
that.
stepping stone, bud.
Hey,
The
I mean,
Optimus is the real prize, homie. I'm telling you. That's just like
yeah,
disrupting everything.
that's true. But I need to see it deployed and actually see it, get in the market. Robo taxis were finally, I know, back in 2020 when I first started my position in Tesla, my thesis was the robo taxis, and back then it was crazy. Now we're actually seeing it. That's how I feel with the bot. Like it's like, I just can't comprehend it on how it's gonna change and disrupt everything. So yeah, there's a lot of exciting things.
I
And
really
you know what?
Yeah,
Go ahead, Joseph.
I was gonna say, sorry to interrupt. I was gonna say is I really impressed by the board because we all know Elon tend to sometimes distract it because he got so many objectives, so many things he want to tackle and change. So this plan really put in like for the gamer mindset. There are a lot of milestones you can hit. It's a clear milestone. You hit that, you got reward. So Elon being a gamer is he got a milestone plan in front of him. You just have to hit those milestones. There's no not easily distracted. It's a very concrete plan that if you do this, you got that. There's really no ambiguity, which is what needed. Clarity is what we need, and we're looking at it. So I'm really happy about that.
Sometimes you got to come down to somebody's level and talk to them at the same. And the gamer achievement level is definitely the way that you can catch Elon's attention.
Yep.
Yeah, I just wanted to chime in and agree with, first of all, Smokey, I agree with you that Optimus is going to just, make everything else look really small. However, I have the same view that Pejjy does because near-term tangible, is the robotaxi network, right? We're already generating revenue, just a few dollars, of course. But I choose to just look at Optimus as a icing on the cake, backup plan, that kind of thing. I totally believe it's going to happen, but I'll kind of we'll get there when we get there. But it's robotaxi for me.
So I'm not
Right now.
downplaying robotaxi at any point. This is going to be massive. Like from what we're seeing now, robotaxi is probably going to double or triple that. But Optimus is what's going to 10 times or above it.
When you say it, what do you mean? Revenue or stock price or
Just
what are you
everything.
referring to?
Just as a business model itself. That is going to be the huge game changer. That's going to be the catalyst that really drives us above into the moon.
I love the math on the robotaxi network. The amount of, it's almost like we can have software margins on the revenue that we're bringing in simply because we don't have it. Well, beyond just having a driver. Just looking at the cyber cab, I've been in conversations with my dad over the last couple of days and explaining to him how efficiently they designed that vehicle without pedals and without a steering wheel, only two seats. And the look is amazing. The doors are amazing. The seats are amazing, but yet they're going to produce it for, who knows, maybe 25,000 or so. And so the unit economics on the robotaxi network is just mind-boggling. And you think about the entire world as the total addressable market. You could certainly you could look at today's rideshare market share with Uber, Lyft, and Grab, for example, but that's not going to be the total addressable market because as Tesla increases the volume and as eventually lowers the price, the amount of revenue and gross margin that's going to come in, and particularly the gross margin, which is the fuel of every company, is going to be absolutely massive. And so for me, with that being near term, I think every day I'm just waiting for new cities, new progress, and I'll land it here. But it's just beyond exciting to me, and I want to see some financials though, right? I want to see them break out this. Well, I said I was going to end, but give me 10 more seconds. This is going to be under services, I would imagine, on their financial statement when they break it out. And I'd like to see what that margin percentage looks like. So, for example, for every dollar that we bring in, are we going to bring in 60 cents of margin? I think so. Maybe more.
I couldn't agree more, buddy.
That's insane.
But I'd also like to put in real quick. When I give like my vision, my grand vision of where things are going, I'm not talking about in a couple of years. I'm talking about the next decade. But yeah, I couldn't agree more. Right now, you're right.
Yeah, we're not disagreeing. Sorry, Pejjy.
Yeah, no. I think when it comes to the FSD or robotaxi revenue and profits, I think Tesla's gonna segregate that in the income statement. Call it software services, because I think services is gonna be something different than what robotaxi is gonna bring. I would love to see Tesla segregated in Q3, but I don't think we're gonna get that. Maybe Q4, but for sure no later than Q3 or Q4 of 2026, so we can get that separate income, separate line in the income statement showing, oh, robotaxis revenue, or self-driving revenue, or whatever they want to call it. And then it shows the software or robotaxi expenses or cost. I think this will definitely happen. But I just don't think it's going to be in the services. I think it's going to be a separate line on its own, because it's going to be so massive.
How I mean it is this: there's only two things in life you can sell, and that's products and services. Cars are a product, for example. This is a service. Where within services, I don't know, but I definitely want clear visibility on this business, or at least as much as we can get, considering we're going to have more revenue and gross margin from this than anything else. Not too long from now, probably about 2 years or so. And I hope we see it sooner on the income, the financial statements, but on the income statement. But my guess is maybe early next year. Anyways, I'm excited about it. Right? It's just going to be ridiculous, unless they. And I think they would make a mistake. I've made this point in this um, space over the last few weeks a few times. I really think they need to command a premium price to the customer and not immediately drop it down. If they did drop it down, I think we're leaving money on the table. I think we do that later when we have significant supply out there that can meet the global demand.
Totally agree. I think at the beginning, the cyber cap, the demand will be significantly outweigh the demand will be significantly outweigh the supply. If you have ever seen in the cyber cap before in 1010 event, you will realize that you are the front and center passenger. You're not sitting in the back seat. You're not staring at the seat. You're staring at the windshield, and you're staring at a theater. So that complete experience, most people haven't experienced that. But once you experience it, you're not going to go back to Waymo, or you're not going to go back to Uber, a smelly, driver, sweat, all that crap. You're just in your own theater doing your own thing. A very roomy environment. It's complete game changer. I didn't expect I feel so strongly about it until I see in the cyber cab and like, whoa, this is next level transportation. I would never go back to a stupid driver Uber thing. Not for me.
Yeah, 100% agree, Joseph. That was my big takeaway from the 1010 event as well. And look, obviously, not many people in here have went to that event, and it's not financial advice, of course, but what I would say to anybody that didn't see it or hasn't seen it yet firsthand, trust us. This thing, you're going to want to show up in this, right? Even though you don't own it, those doors come up, and you get out at some kind of event. There's a lot of people there. They're gonna be like, "Holy shit, I have to have this, or I have to participate in or use it." It's so damn
Exactly.
awesome.
No, seriously, guys, I'm not hyping this thing. That transportation experience it feels like I'm in a Blade Runner movie, but in a good way, not like trashy, but in a futuristic way that I have never experienced ever. It was great.
The future's bright no matter how you look at it. Right now, we're in just a great spot to enjoy it.
I have when I have my downtime, which is not listen to my husband and my kids sleep, I go back to that all hand beginning of the year. Remember, Elon have an all hand on Tesla, and he shared to the world, and I just love every single minute of that. And I think what he say is 2025 will be historic year, 2026 will be good, and 2027 and 2028 will be ridiculously good. And that's line up with ask invest Katie Wood goal and price target. So I'm actually like looking forward to all this year, you know. And the successor, is that the word to say it? The backup Elon backup plan, that is very, very I'm looking forward to. I want to know what he gonna present to us, what he think. But I don't think Elon plan to die. You know why? Because of the Neuralink. Now he can fix the blind. If someone born with a blindness, they can fix it. And what is it? He said the word cyborg. Is that how to say it, right? Like partially AI. You are in your human body, and then partially of your brain is AI. So about to say something or no?
Oh no, my finger just slipped.
All right. So I'm so happy. It seems like all of us here are in a good mood. The stock is at 350, tend to go up from here. And I don't know. I have another champagne in my fridge waiting for 420.69 again.
I love your laugh. I love
Dude,
it.
oh, that's FOMO. I was so FOMO. I saw Homa buy stock. I saw Sander buy stock. I'm so FOMO, and I'm like, I have no money. I managed to get one at 420.69. I ordered it, and now I'm like, oh shit. But it's okay. You know, this stock is no one ever write about it except Katie Wood. No one ever write about it. Some say it's gonna go to the 1,000, and some say it's gonna go down to $80. I'm like, oh my god! If you're gonna give me this gap of the window, give me nothing. I can think for myself. But I'm not right until now. If you talk to me back in 2019 when I study about Tesla, and you tell me that we have robotaxi in 2025 and stock trading at 350, I will be like, I gonna punch you in the face. You sound stupid. But I'm right now. This is stupid. So it's this a long game right here. It's a journey, and you guys nail it. I'm not selling my share. My share gonna roll to my kid. I'm just gonna look at my screen and say, oh, I'm very rich today, but I gonna eat my noodle because I eat it every day, and I like it. All right. I'm gonna wrap up here. Is anyone want to have a question or anything to say? Last chance.
I just want, yeah, I'll finish with this. You know, when I first looked at this plan the other day, I incorrectly thought that, hey, you know, our stock's going to multiply by 8.5 times, right? Because I expect Elon to achieve these goals. But to Alexander's credit, at the very beginning of this space, he nailed it by saying, if we have a $400 billion EBITDA, adjusted EBITDA, this stock's going to be a hell of a lot higher than just 8.5 trillion today.
Hell
So
yeah. Hell yeah.
yeah, great point, Alexander. It was spot on.
I
I
need more Tesla stock.
I welcome the money. Welcome the money. Come on.
I will buy an island, and not Epstein Island. That is.
I was just about to make that joke, bro.
We can probably, if we gather together the whole Tesla community, we could probably buy a country. We can buy Sweden, and then we can allow FSD. That's
Yeah.
what
I
we are
like
doing.
that plan.
Yes, I do like that. Oh, so
I was gonna buy some more Lego set, but you guys are ambitious. But it is what it is.
What do you think, Björn? Are we gonna buy Sweden? Allow FSD?
Well, Elon can buy Finland 3 times around because the GDP of Finland is a third of Elon's remuneration when he gets the trillions. So he can buy 3 Finlands if he wants to. Just think about that.
Yeah, that's easy. I can move there, no problem. If it's just Finland, let's go. And we can
It's
all have the
beautiful.
sound.
It's beautiful. We can make Finland great again.
That's awesome.
No, but seriously, like a couple of words. So I think I've seen a change in the way that Elon communicates in the past few weeks. I think that we are seeing that Tesla is opening a little bit more rolling thunder in terms of announcements and engagement with the investors and general public, leading up to, of course, November, but also onwards from this. So I see a level of confidence. I sense a level of confidence that we haven't seen for a long, long time. And I think it's about bridging the gap between now and, second half of 2026. And it's going to be a great journey. So I actually subscribe to Pejjy's November 24 estimate for his end of year 25, $575. I think that's very, very doable. That's all I had to say. Sorry about that.
Yeah. The 575, I think it's a 90% chance we're going to hit it. Not financial advice, but let's go.
All right. Before I do the last wrap up here, I want to say happy birthday, Pejjy. I start watching Pejjy video and he say, I have no friend. I just come here for my work and start talking to you guys on YouTube. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be Pejjy friend. Let me DM him. So congratulations. Elon like a lot of your posts. Right? He comment yet? Oh, dude, you're gonna be Elon friend again. Alexander here is Elon friend. When is me? When is me? I'm like, Elon, I'm driving hardware 3.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, Kuwait is like this. Kuwait is very hard to get friends and stuff like that. But back home in Toronto, I have a lot of friends. but yeah, and in the US, when hopefully I can visit next year, if I'm not bogged down in Kuwait again. But next year, then I have many friends there because of this community. Love this community. I really do. Appreciate every single one of y'all. Love y'all.
Right. And just thinking about shareholder meeting this year is gonna be super fun. I cannot be there, but next year, when MJ is a little bit older, I'm going to Texas. Get ready for me, cowboy. All right. Go follow all your speaker right here. This is a favorite group right here. Pejjy, Joseph, Alex, Smokey, Bjorn, Wes, and another Alex. And all you, my listener friend, send me the request to speak. I would love to hear from you. And don't forget to buy my fucking bomb for your friend that likes spicy. And if you think why is she so happy every time, eat my spice and why I'm happy every time. All right. So 90 minutes went past so quick, so soon. Until next week, my friend. I love all of you. Bye-bye.
Until
Great
next
space.
week,
Thanks for having me,
Bye.
guys.